I'll summarize the salient features of alternative academic calendar in this presentation. So very first, we have a big question, why? So these are the reasons: impact of COVID, and because of this COVID, lack of face-to-face interaction in our school system. So effort to be made to continue the learning of students and provide them with multiple alternative ways of learning. In this context, alternative calendars for all stages of school education by NCERT. These are different calendars. You can see clearly left side of the screen, you can see higher secondary stage and right side secondary stage. So these calendars consist of chapter or themes wise interesting activities and challenges mapped with the learning outcomes. The purpose of mapping of themes with learning outcome is to facilitate teachers and parents to assess the progress in students' learning. However, it is emphasized that the focus should be on learning rather than testing for scores. These calendar include generic guidelines and subject-specific activities, reference of learning resources along with textbooks, detailed material on the use of different technological and social media tools, as well as strategies for reducing stress and anxiety in the present time. You can see clearly subject-wise weekly calendar. It is divided into 3 columns. First column is for learning outcomes, second column is based on resources, and third column you can find week-wise activities. So these are some prominent features. Alternative academic calendars provide scope for using the reduced topics for the rationalized curriculum for experiential and project-based learning through the strategies provided in the calendar. Chapter-wise e-content available on ePathshala, NRO, ER, and Diksha may be used along with these activities. Integration of art and physical education in the activities to create interest of the students. Calendar is flexible and suggestive. Please note it, calendar is flexible and suggestive. Teachers can implement these considering the context and need of the students. Designing of activities allow the students to conduct them on their own under the supervision of parents. Activities can be modified based on the availability of resources and the prior knowledge of students. Here is the general guidelines related to implementing this alternative calendar. So very first step is, before beginning with the activities, explain parents and children the reasons and merits using this calendar. Number 2, give clear and sufficient verbal and visual instructions to all the children, including children with special needs. Third, ensure activities be conducted in a friendly and supportive environment without forcing students. 4, integrate new concepts to be taught with the prior understanding of the students. 5th, opportunities be provided to students for logical reasoning and language proficiency. Appropriate worksheets can also be created aligned with these activities. Now, transactional strategies. The sole motto is to become a self-learner. Students to become self-learner. Here are few suggestions. Ask students to go through a particular portion of the chapter. Initiate a discussion related to that portion. Ask students to deliberate on that. Highlight only important points during the discussion, and rest of the work may be done by the students themselves. Intervene only when necessary. Provide the links of the available resources which can be helped in clarifying the doubts of the students. facilitate students to understand the concept while involving them in certain activities in groups. Students may form their subgroups on WhatsApp or Telegram, involving different students. Each group may be assigned different tasks and they may be asked to revert. Here, an exemplar related to reading activity, and it is divided into pre-reading, while reading, and post-reading. So pre-reading activities that the teacher can use are asking questions related to the theme of the story, showing pictures to generate ideas and related vocabulary, teaching new vocabulary or expressions that will appear in the story. Give some listening activities to the learner related to the theme. While reading, depending on the length of the text, divide it into parts, and while reading the text, check the comprehension of the learners for each part. For comprehension, assessment can be conducted by giving true, false, multiple choice, short answer, completion type, word attack questions, and table completion type questions. Along with question and answers, activities on all four skills can also be given. Post-reading. Post-reading activity can be focused on topics beyond the text. For example, grammar in context, writing activities, point for debate, writing dialogues for role play, group retelling, creating own ending, story mapping, storyboarding, reflecting. Engagement and assessment of students. Assessment need to be integrated part the teaching learning process, whether through face-to-face mode or distance mode. Learner may be motivated for self-assessment. Learners may be assigned some interesting and challenging activities through which they can do self-assessment at any stage under the guidance of teacher and parents. Assignments that can be given to the students: multiple choice questions, short and long answer type questions, activity based questions, open book questions, and learners may be motivated to solve crossword puzzles, participate in online quizzes by using Kahoot, conduct model device related to concept learned, write slogans or create any poem on concept learned, create games on the concept learned, prepare a spider or hierarchical type of concept map of the lesson learned, prepare a list of 21st century skills or values learned from the lesson, prepare 2 understanding, application, and higher order questions from lesson learned. So these were the salient feature of alternative academic calendar, already highlighted by the director NCERT in detail. Now the house is open for queries.
Before opening the queries, I think let us take a quick comment about the rationalization of syllabus. And of course, you have highlighted very nicely that alternative calendar, what schools are supposed to do during this period of time. In fact, from our academic wing, the different activities, starting from science exhibitions to heritage quiz, and all those activities, including the sports activities, this should be part of our academic calendar, and we cannot see it separately as an extracurricular activity. I think then meaningfully we can implement each and everything, even this pandemic situation. So now a quick comment on the rationalization of syllabus will take from one of our principals, Dr. Amita Muttal. She is principal of Pringle Schools. So Amita ji, if you are online, you can quickly come and give your comment on rationalization of syllabus.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Right. Firstly, sir, I'd like to congratulate our chairperson, Shri Ahuja ji, and our director of the NCERT, yourself, Dr. Saha, Dr. Anurag Tripathi, and Dr. Emmanuel, for the most remarkable work that has been done as a partnership between the alternative calendar and how the CBSE has sort of panned out as a completely child-centric board. And I think that is why the rationalization has come together in an extremely scientific and a very structured manner. And the greatest thing is that the academic calendar dovetails into even those topics that have been deleted by the CBSE, which means that it's not as though that we are going to be assessing what is coming out as subjects in the academic calendar, which some principals are thinking, but it is merely going to scaffold in many ways what the CBSE has deleted. Because I think the CBSE has looked with great depth at making it a competency-based learning, at making it an outcome-based learning, and also looking at assessments in very wonderful ways. I would like to make some quick points, which is that as far as the deletion is concerned, the finest thing is that in the NCERT books, the way that a particular topic has been taught or has been written has been thematically set out across the entire book. So in a certain sense, nothing has been deleted. Because if you look at the deletion process, even if you look at something called democracy and diversity, in class 10, for example, that particular lesson, many of the deleted lessons were part of the periodic assessments that came out last year. And in any case, they were not even assessed in the board examinations. And the way that they are being looked at in the alternative calendar, so if a principal has given, if a school has given out some kind of project on that, the CBSE in its circular has said that it accepts it. So that has given a great deal of relief to the way that we are working, because in a sense, we do not find in any ways that the deletion of the topics has affected the teaching learning quality in a classroom. And I think, and in a virtual classroom. So I think whether it is so essential for us that whatever we teach, if we feel the necessity to scaffold the teaching, whether it is in grade 12 when we're talking about security or environment, or we're talking about governance, at every level the themes run across all the chapters that we find. And I think this is a great opportunity that the CBSE has given us for doing something that it's always wanted, where we can look at learning in so many different ways, look at assessment in 360-degree manners, look at breakout rooms that was just spoken about by Dr. Senapati, and how we can look at the idea of having peer learning, which has been a very integral part of the CBSE, the syllabus and curriculum. So whether it is teacher being the sort of guide on the side, with children doing the research, children doing the projects, taking the support of the alternative calendar, at every angle, I think that we have been able to look at this. The only humble submission that I have now as a principal is that I think we should look at assessment and how we can look at the rubrics of assessment, because across the country, people may find it a little problematic to do these assessments. So I think you've already thought about it, that you're going to be doing a lot of teacher training, especially in the area of deconstructing the academic calendar and deconstructing the way that we can make learning so much happier. So I think all the way from class 1 right up to class 12, the way that learning has been structured is something that has brought a great relief. And what I would like to comment is, and when somebody was asking me the other day, I would like to comment, it's not as though this 30% is suddenly going to go out of our lives, and nobody is going to create a new content in the next 6 months and bring it in a different manner. I think what we have to really know is that these topics have been studied by children, and also that these topics have been integrated in other topics. And the most interesting thing is that if you're looking at political science, you're really looking at interdisciplinary work, because the same topic is being taught in economics in a different manner. The same topic is being looked at across in history. So in many ways, the social sciences have really moved very beautifully through this calendar, through the way that we're looking at teaching learning exercises. And I don't think that in any way, any kind of knowledge will suffer when we teach. So my plea is that all teachers must really look at the way the CBSE has helped us in making learning so child-friendly, so fruitful, so research-oriented, so portfolio-driven, so sort of, what shall I say, project-driven, and that's exactly what we have been striving for several years. So that's all. With that, I end my case. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Amita ji. With this, let us open the house for question and answer. So all my colleagues, directors are here, including Secretary CBSE, of course, Chairman sir, Senapati sir is also amongst us. So we'll take up some questions